living in a time period when people weren't accepted as different, like as in if they were had any mental challenges or anything else?
Oh, it was sad because they had to isolate, everything. My mother was mentally ill,
Mm-hmm.
and her sister was mentally ill. So then back then they had to cover it up. They didn't help them. They just covered it up. You couldn't talk about it. It was
Mm-hmm.
just like yeah, right. It was terrible. It was a terrible thing. So
If anyone knew about it, what
right.
would you think they would do?
Oh, probably just laugh at them and say, oh, she's mentally ill. She's mentally ill. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
What was anything like that your mom would act differently? Like, how did you notice?
Well, I found out just before she died a few years back that she was schizophrenic, and it was really sad because I'd tell her stuff she'd do, and she wouldn't remember the stuff that she did. She'd start crying.
Mm-hmm.
It was really, really sad, and then she would be in the middle of nowhere, like didn't know where she was, didn't know how to get home. It was really sad.
So that caused a lot of problems for her.
It did, because I had to take her places and doctor's appointments and everything.
How?
She didn't know how to, when it would hit her, that
Mm-hmm.
she didn't know where she was.
Mm-hmm. And how long ago did this start happening? Like, how young were you? Like, when you started to notice things were wrong?
Maybe like 35 years old.
When you were 35?
Yeah.
So nothing when you were very young, really?
No.
Okay. Um, did the state figure out anything? Like, what would they do if, like, she was mentally ill? Like,
Oh, they put her in a mental hospital. As soon as they found out that the cops would pick her up in the middle of the street, she didn't know where she was, just walking around, just lost, and they would pick her up and bring her to the mental hospital. And she said it's a really, really sad place. She said it's a real sad place. I never want to go again, but she always ended up there because she was schizophrenic.
mm-hmm. Did she say anything, like, describing how it was, how they treated her? Like,
No, she just said that it was not a place that she liked to be. She was not happy there.
mm-hmm.
People used to take advantage of her, like her neighbor would come when her husband was gone out. He would come and try to kiss her and make love to her, and she had to try to fight back. It was one thing after another.
Yeah, so it's a lot of trauma and everything,
Yes,
even added on to,
right.
like,
Exactly.
already having problems.
Exactly.
Yeah. How are you, like, with everything? Like, after, like, knowing that, like, this happened to your mother and...
I'm scared, and I'm scared, but I'm thankful that I'm not schizophrenic,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a mental illness.
Yeah.
Members of my family have mental illness.
It's all
It's
down
in
the line.
Right.
Her
exactly.
mother, your...
Exactly.
Yeah, like, she was apparently...
Right.
What was, like, the whole story with that?
Well, she had two sisters that was mentally ill.
Oh, their mother, like, didn't she, like...
Oh, she mistreated her because she was mentally ill. Always treated her like she was a black sheep. Always,
The different one.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Like, how, like, do you know anything about, like, how they treated her?
Oh, she did all, like, the hard work around the house. She did all the hard work, like change the beds and, do anything that was the hardest. She would do it, clean the bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
They would make her do the slave work because she was mentally ill.
Mm-hmm. Were you ever, like, treated any differently? Or?
No, I wasn't. No.
Yeah. How were you, like, when you were in the mental hospital for a short amount of time? Like, was it horrible, or, like, was it just,
Myself?
Like, yeah.
No, it wasn't bad, but it's, it's not a place you want to be.
Yeah.
But, it's for your own benefit, Yeah, I was there for 2 weeks.
What was the year?
My entire life I was there just for 2 weeks. My mother kept going in and out,
Mm-hmm.
in and out of mental institute all the time.
Yeah. So everyone, did you ever hear about, like, neighbors and, like, friends that were, like, someone found out that they were mentally ill, and, like, were they ever mistreated by anyone, like, just normal people that thought they were different?
No, not that I knew, just my mother.
So, like, the media's view on everything was just, like, you can't be, like...
Right.
Like, they were thought as different, and, like, it wasn't like, oh, we're gonna help you. Like, they were just like, oh, you're different, that's it.
Right, right.
Alright, how about... You wanna tell a story about when you had the premonition that your house was gonna burn down?
Oh, the premonition?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was... I just had that happen once in my life, and it was, like, unbelievable. It's like I couldn't believe that. went to my mother and I said, Mom, I said, our house is gonna burn down, can I leave my clothes over here, at least save my clothes, cause I know the house is gonna burn down, and I need to get the kids' clothes so they can go to school, I need to get it out of the house, and so she went crazy, she just lost it, she said, no, she said, get the F out of this house. She was having one of those schizophrenic moments, yeah, so, it was really, really depressing, cause I ended up in the Salvation Army.
Your house did end up burning down.
And, yeah, the house did burn down, we ended up in the Salvation Army because she didn't want me there. But then after I told her that she didn't want me in her house with my children, she could not believe, she started crying.
She couldn't believe she said
No,
that.
she couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe that it happened.
So obviously that caused a lot of problems for everyone. So if anyone
Right.
else had that mental illness, like
Right,
it caused a lot of problems.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like
Mhm.
very easy
exactly.
to live with,
Right,
and no one helped out.
right.
No one.
She was telling me that I started the fire, and I said, how could I start the fire? I got 3 children, it doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
She was going through that, schizophrenic stage. Yeah. So that was a really rough time for both of us.
Can you think of anything else that you remember from that time period when like everyone was just blah about the whole thing?
No,
There's nothing.
no, that was just that only incident.
Yeah, just like. And do you remember anything from like anyone else's family, friends, like cousins, like
No.
anything?
Oh,
The
well,
news.
one of my cousins committed suicide, she hung herself. And her brother, same way, and yeah, they're suicidal in my family. My uncle committed suicide. So, I guess it's a long line of, mental illness. It's on my mother's side.
Yeah. There was nothing in the news that you remember hearing about like anyone doing phlebotomies or anything. You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. It was
When?
probably way before my time.
When was the time period that you were in the mental hospital and your mother? Like when you were 35?
About year 5.
What year was it then?
I don't remember now. I can't remember.
We'll do the math.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
doing that.
Anything else you want to say?
No.
Alright.
Thank you.
Yeah.